fog lays thick and brown, from Wapping stairs to Hammersmith town. And in the mist a name takes flight, a whispered joke in the dead of night. They don't see the mind, the clever designs, they just see the walk and draw their lines. So they call me the Grouser. Is that the name? A bird for the laughing, a thing for the shame. Well, every grouse has a predator's heart, and I'll tear this city apart. You can hear him down in the drowned rat's gloom, tapping his cane to a different tune. Not a music hall song, not a jig or a laugh, just the sound of the water on your epitaph. So they call me the Grouser. Is that the name? A bird for the laughing, a thing for the shame. Well, every grouse has a predator's heart, and I'll tear this city apart. A complaint's just a wish for a world that is fair, and my wish is for silence on the evening air. So call me the Grouser. Go on singing it out loud. Let the name be the last thing you say. There's a pride overlaid by my father's hand. These walls have stood while empires ran. You think your poison can bring me low. There's strength in these stones you'll never know. So let the river rise in spite. I'll keep the lanterns burning bright. You rule the shadows, I'll hold the light. king's arm stands through the night. I've served good ale and I've borne bad talk, seen men rise strong and die like Shaw, but never have I seen a soul so small as one who'd see a good house fall. So let the river rise in spite, I'll keep the lanterns burning bright. You rule the shadows, I'll hold the light. The king's arm stands through the night. You drink your bitterness like wine, but this house still stands and it's still mine. So bring your darkness, your schemes, your scorn. Every night ends, and then comes morn. spite. I deal in weight and volume from morning through the night. The river rats have nightmares, the publicans have fears. I've been the king of Smithfield for 20 bloody years. They call me Gravy Bob, yeah, that's the name. 'Cause I grind the bones and drown the shame. You can scheme down in the damp, you can serve your beer so fine, but this city runs on blood, boy, and that blood, it's mine. I heard you poison prospects, heard you tainted ale, a cute little tantrum on a miniature scale. But poison don't fill bellies and whispers don't bring trade. You're a spanner in the workings of the machine that I made. They call me Gravy Bob, yeah, that's the name. 'Cause I grind the bones and drown the shame. You can scheme down in the damp, you can serve your beer so fine, but this city runs on blood, boy, and that blood, it's mine. So play your little games now, down there in the gloom. Just remember who it is that owns the abattoir and the room. Mine. 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 Mine.
lanterns are dimmed, the barrels are dry. The laughter's a ghost beneath a hollow sky. There's a poison in the timber, a chill within these walls, and a shadow on the doorstep whenever a footfall calls. But this is my home, these are my stones. I'll stand here alone with my blood and my bones. For every man who's fallen, for every name they steal, the king's arms will be standing. For as long as I can feel. I remember my father, his hand on this wood. He said, son, it's not easy, but it's honest and it's good. Now I look at these scratches, each one a tale they tell, and I wonder if his heaven looks anything like hell. But this is my home, these are my stones. I'll stand here alone with my blood and my bones. For every man who's fallen, for every name they steal, the king's arms will be standing. For as long as I can feel. They can call me a fool, they can call me a name, but a man doesn't run when he's built on his shame. I'll pour out the last drop, I'll shut the last door, and stare down the Thames till it don't flow no more. The last call for the king.
from me fucking sons!
The chairs are all splinters, the windows are glass. Now I talk of tomorrows, no more looking past. You poisoned my peace, now I'll return the pain, with interest paid in full like a Thameside rain. There's blood on the sawdust tonight, and we're deep in the fight, lads, deep in the fight. No rules and no referees, just the dark and the dread, and the ghosts of the wrongs that we left here for dead. For my name, for my father's good wood. Well, now stand and face me, let's see if you're good. For every cheap whisper, for each coward's lie, I'll look in your eyes as your ambitions die.